So it's the end of a very long day. We've so far today tracked drums and got a great drum sound, I think. Bass, acoustic guitars, and we're now on the lead pass. We've gone out. We've got a Black Star in the other room with my Fender going into it. No pedals, no nothing, just a nice clean signal. One mic. We've gone for a Shure
57
SM57. We've tried a few other things. Didn't.
Yeah, that was perfectly adequate. Just all kinds of phase issues with the distance of the mics. No,
it's the right noise.
Just made the right sound straight away.
And we're routing. Actually, you tell them, Bryn.
Okay, no problem. Well, what we're doing, we're coming in on input 16. We've adjusted, set up our mic pre-gain. Yeah, we're coming out. We've hit the shift button here, so we're coming out of bus 16. So we're going into input 16 on Pro Tools. We are, of course, now coming back out of channel 17, where we are monitoring the solo guitar here. So I've got a little bit of comfort reverb set up on the send of 17, so it's only coming through in the monitors.
Yep.
A little bit for James to play along with. Not being recorded to tape at all. Very straightforward.
So other than that, here we go. I'm going to drop in. I don't want the electric guitar too early on, so I'm going to drop in sort of fairly midway through the song. Here we go. So, guitars, bass, would have been nice to get the vocals done, but we'll bang those out tomorrow once I've learned the lyrics. Sounds ridiculous, but it's kind of true. It's going well.
Yeah,
it sounds great. The acoustics sound really nice. The drum sound is phenomenal, I think.
Yeah.
Which, considering that's 99% of what I do, it's probably quite a good thing.
Mm-hmm. We've got a little bit of sweetening EQ on the things, but hardly anything. As you can see from the rack, which I'm sure we'll show on one of the clips.
Fairly bare.
Yeah, we've got a composer and an SPX reverb, and that's about it. And everything else is just desk sound.
Yeah. So that was day 2. Day 3 is going to be some vocals now, and we'll have to do that in here somehow. We'll work it out. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed day 2 of our tour of the rather beautiful ASP8024 Heritage Edition, he says, through...
Almost.
I'd love to say through beer-soaked teeth, but it's so untrue. We'll see you tomorrow, but tomorrow may not be tomorrow, because quite frankly, this is video land, and who knows what can happen. So thanks to the guys at... ACM, even the Academy of Contemporary Music here in sunny South East London, in Clapham. We'll see you for part 3 very, very soon. Hi everyone, it's James here from Pro Tools Expert, back with day 3 of our big Audient ASP8024 Heritage Edition mic challenge thing. It's all going swimmingly so far. We ran over a little bit yesterday, so we're doing some extra percussion and the vocal recording today. Hopefully I'll be Captain One Take Wonder, who knows. And then this afternoon we'll get on to some mixing, bringing some extra outboard into our playpen, and we'll show you how that works out as well. But for now, let's record some shaker. Okay, so it's time to record the vocals. We've got the drums, bass, acoustic guitars, lead guitar, and the all-important shaker down.
Mm-hmm.
No cowbell. Mm-hmm. This is a cowbell-free zone. So vocals.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in terms of monitoring,
yeah,
we've done some, or in fact, Bryn's done some fairly clever stuff on this one. So, do you want to explain here or there?
Well, we'd turn around and point it out on the desk is probably easier, but the reason I'll explain we did it was because we wanted to monitor live from the mic rather than monitoring off tape coming back off Pro Tools, so we avoided any latency issues.
So I've been able to monitor from the desk,
mm-hmm.
but you in here have been able to monitor from tape.
Yeah.
That's clever.
Mm-hmm. I'll show you how. So,
console, explain the cleverness.
Right, okay. So one of the issues that we have, and I find this vocalists are particularly susceptible to, is latency. So if we were monitoring back from your door, very often vocalists perceive it as a kind of a phase, and certain notes will drop in or out, as opposed to a rhythmic thing. Certain notes seem to vanish or
And certainly from playing drums, it's like you hit the thing and then you hear the thing.
Yeah.
And that is effectively the round trip latency. The reason we tweak the buffer size on Pro Tools and all those sort of things. Now, in this environment, we maybe don't have that luxury, but we've got round it.
We have. Well, one of the things we wanted to do was set up your monitor mix so that you were monitoring live from the mixer as opposed to routing back off tape. But we needed to actually be able to hear what was coming off tape to make sure it was going down without any overloads or anything, or any dropouts or weird stuff going on the door. So here's what we did. Basically, if you look, you've got two Q mixes, okay, A and B. If you route both of those, we've routed them both into A and B. So we've got a mono mix, which is being fed from both the A and B sections. We turn up the Q masters, okay, and then what I can do is switch just the bottom one into the short fader path. So if we start with the signal flow, we're coming in from the mic pre, we're routing out of bus 1, which is going to input 1 of Pro Tools. Okay, that track is then set to come out of track output 24 of Pro Tools and come up here. We put that into the mix bus, and we are hearing what's coming off tape.
So you're hearing in here the off tape, the from the AW.
Exactly.
version.
But by what we've done with the monitoring section there, we can actually put this one into the short fader, okay, and then I have a separate send from here. So I can set up all my 24 tracks coming back, all my drums, etc. You can see I've got a kick in here, kick out, etc. So we're pretty much filling up the track count of the 24 sort of track faders coming back off tape. Here, I can actually set it so that I'm monitoring just this one with a separate send going to the same set of headphones. So I've got complete 48 track mixed down into your cans.
So not only the 24 returns, but you can also send those 24 sends.
Yeah.
So if, for example, we were recording a string section, we could monitor all those in there as well.
Yep.
Fantastic.
With zero latency, all set up and bust out.
Okay, so here's the next problem I want you to magically solve. I want to hear some reverb when I'm singing to give me some space, some ambience.
Yep.
You don't necessarily want to hear the same reverb level mix in here as I want to hear in there. You'll probably want it nice and a bit drier than I might want it in there. Can we send different levels of the same effect to me?
Yes. What we could do first, though, is what we want is in this instance, we've only got one reverb. Okay. So what I've done is, if you look over here, there's a switch which links the auxes. So I've linked aux 1 and aux 3. Okay. Come up here, put aux 3 to the short fader again. So therefore, I've got a send from input.
So effectively, aux 3 is changing the reverb that goes to my ears, and aux 1 is changing the reverb that comes out of these monitors in the control room.
No, what this doing is letting me set up a separate send for the short fader and for the long fader. There again, so like I've got 48 mixing, I've now got, you know, because of the pure number of auxes I've got and been able to link to, I've got this one assigned to the long fader, this one assigned to the short fader, but they are both seeding the same reverb, which is coming back here.
Right.
Okay. Now your point is, when I got my stereo return, if I just hit that to mix, that's what I'm hearing.
Yep.
But what I can do is a separate send to fold back 1. So I can turn the reverb to you up and down here.
Perfect.
Clever.
In that case, I think I'd better get on it and try and be Jivey one take.
No excuses now.
Yeah. Vocal time.
We used to share a lover's dictionary. We used to spend our evenings conjugating all night long. And now you've gone and torn out all the pages, and you didn't leave a couple for this song. Sticks and stones, sticks and stones. If you wanna do some damage, tell a man he's all alone. Tell him all the reasons he's not welcome in his home. I wish you were only throwing sticks sticks and stones.